Okay. So I was going to do a quick little recap of this week and then kind of dive into um, a little bit of like finishing the month strong stuff. And I wanted to share a couple things with you guys we had a mastermind on Wednesday, like a Rising Stars, like a live thing instead of doing our Rising Stars call, which was a lot of fun and really helpful. But yeah, so this week was, absolutely chaos, and, just, it was a blast. It was a lot of work. And I had every intention of like bringing my laptop and catching up and like doing some lives in my coach sneak peek and like, getting our nutrition group set up. And there was not enough time in the day because we were just doing so much. Granted, we had the kids with us, and I think that would have been different if we didn't have them. We would have had a lot more downtime. But aside from, the 15 minutes that I spent in my bed after a workout in the morning, I didn't really do much of anything at all as far as work went. I tried to keep up in my stories, and I had a lot of engagement and I had a lot of good responses. And I came back with about 15 new people that are interested in coaching that I intend to reach out to today. So leveraging that is something that I'm going to do for the next couple weeks, and just roll that into like continuation of, building interest and building traction and stuff like that.
I will say, can I interrupt you? I just want to commend you for being able to do all that while you were there, because I remember last year I was like, I feel like I didn't post anything on social media because I was like on vacation. You know what I mean? And it's really hard to do that. Yeah. But you did a really good job. I thought all your posts were really good. And like if I wasn't already a coach, I would have totally wanted to. So like I thought they were great. So good job, because even though I'm pissed off at you because you had to go on a cruise and I kind of hate you a little bit right now, you did do a really good job.
Thank you. On the plane on Saturday, I kind of planned out, I took some notes and I planned out, like put some notes in my phone of like just a few things that I wanted to like talk about. Like, and one of them was like my husband, like him being there. One of them was like working out with other people. One of them was like my kids, doing this for my kids and like bringing my kids. Obviously Annie's birthday. I wanted to do something about nutrition and nutrition boot camp, but I just couldn't, like, I felt like it was forced. Like I was trying, like, I didn't want to go stand by the food and take a picture, like I didn't really have anything for that. So that's something that I'm going to jump back into today. And maybe tonight post about the nutrition stuff and then talk about it again tomorrow. I haven't even done anything for the new 21-day fix and 21-day fix extreme workouts. Like that's just like fallen by the wayside. I haven't promoted it. I haven't talked to anybody about it. I did a post a couple weeks ago. I think we kind of all did, like who's done 21-day fix before, who's never finished it. And I've never even reached back out to the people that commented on that. So maybe this weekend I'll find some time to do that. But I think this week with the launch of it, that's something that I'm going to talk about. And I was going to tell you guys too, like if you wanted, I know we were like pushing to start this nutrition boot camp on Monday, and I want to kind of do that with like an intro this week. But I'm assuming, I haven't got the Diamond Insider email yet, but I'm assuming that Beachbody is going to keep the Ultimate Portion Fix stuff discounted again next month. They just haven't told us yet. Usually they do that. That's what they did with Transform 20 and some of the other programs. So I would assume that we can still offer that discount, and hopefully we can drum up a little bit more traction this week, and that will kind of get us ahead of the game going into April. And I still have to go back and talk to my like 30 people in the group still that haven't committed. Oh, there's more than that, that I need to follow up with this weekend too. So, this week was definitely, the downtime was great. The trip was great. It was really, really busy. It was like someone who has social anxiety to be on a ship with 5,500 other people and not have like personal space was a lot. Like it was, you know, people were everywhere, and it just was really like, oh my gosh, everybody is everywhere. This is a small space. Like I don't do well in situations like that. But it was good. I met a lot of people from the dream team that I hadn't previously met, that I've like seen, you know, posts of and like have, you know, been on retreats with and have never talked to, and connected with some pretty awesome women. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We had a mastermind Wednesday. And I don't know who this girl was that talked about, she talked about recruiting, and she talked about coaching, and she's apparently, her name, I think her name's Megan something. I don't know who she was. But she was really, really good about, hold on, let me pull up my notes. Just about like new coach stuff, like new coach recruiting, new coach, like how to implement good, like getting started right things for new coaches. And she was just talking about how she, for her new coaches, she gives them like two post ideas every day. You know, something with workouts, something with coaching. And she said every day, like something with workouts, something with coaching. And then just sprinkle the rest of the stuff in. And she posts that in her team page every day. And she's like, these are two things that I'm going to talk about today. Or this is, you know, and she said a lot of coaches fall into the trap of like thinking that you have to post a picture of your workout and you have to post a picture of your Shakeology every day. And she's like, don't get wrapped up in that, because that's not what this business is about. Yeah, we do workouts. Yeah, we drink Shakeology, but more people are going to be influenced by you sharing your story, you sharing, you know, the transformation that happens not just physically but mentally, and just being yourself, and, you know, then trying to like talk about Beachbody. And she said, you know, I never talk about Beachbody in my posts. I think we all kind of never really talk about Beachbody stuff in our posts, and if we do, it's like few and far between. But just giving newer coaches like this is kind of where you start as far as posting on social media goes. A lot of people are kind of doing that already. Like a lot of people that want to be a coach are already like sharing a fitness journey, or already, you know, doing workouts, or maybe they're a challenger first and then they start coaching. So it's not a big transition, but just being reassuring that like, you know what, like just because you're doing Beachbody stuff doesn't mean you have to be all about that. Like you're still yourself. You're just, you know, sharing a little bit more of who you are. So one thing that we had talked about was new coach training. And, you know, obviously like I've probably done 10 different variations of new coach training over the last 4 years. I've done Melanie's, I've done my own, I've done a website, I've done the thing in the page. We've done groups for new coach training. We've run groups together. We've done the app. We've done all different kinds of coach training. And there's really no one better way to do a new coach training than the other. And we were all kind of talking about that at the mastermind on Wednesday. Like, what's the best thing that everybody does for new coach training? Like, what do you find that's working best for you? Melanie still runs her private thing on Vimify, but she does like one-on-one stuff with her coaches a lot more. Getting started right calls, weekly calls. And I think that's something that maybe we should implement, is maybe a Sunday night new coach call. So like it's open to newer coaches every Sunday. Anybody can get on. I plan on doing a new coach kickoff call tomorrow night anyway. And then just having like a Sunday night. I mean, these are great for check-ins, and these are great for like, team stuff, info, blah, blah, blah. But one that's more geared toward like new coach ideas and answering questions and stuff like that for new coaches. So that may be something that I implement and just see if it works. But everybody has been, not everybody, but people have been directing their coaches, and I posted about this in the message thread, to go to the Beachbody Champions page and click on the units. And there are 7 units there that Beachbody has created that aren't like super corporate-y. They're like super helpful for new coaches getting started right. And just doing that new coach checklist, that Google form, having them work through that. Text me when you're done, when you work through that form, and then take those units and go through them one at a time. The most basic information, your website set up, getting your social media stuff, how to send a share a cart, how to get to Success Club, how to get to Emerald, all that stuff is in the new coach form. And that's something that they can go back and refer to whenever. And then that next step stuff is in the Beachbody Champions page. And Melanie was saying, like, too often we are beating ourselves up, like trying to hold people's hand and trying to like, this is what you need to do and let's do this and blah, 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 and trying to put people in too many things early on, and giving them that self-paced option that's like as much or as little information as they want that they can go do on their own has been working for a lot of people. So I think, that's something that I'm going to start doing. That's what I'm going to start doing for my new coaches. I'm going to work them through the new coach checklist. I'm going to put them all in a new coach message thread. And as they graduate to Emerald, I'm going to bump them over into an Emerald message thread. And, next step, and then continue working through that until they get to, where they're good, or, move them into, a team message thread once they feel confident enough to, feel like they got it. And that may be on day 1, like whatever, I'll figure it out. I'm just going to do it. Or that may take 30 days of, just getting familiar and your feet wet. So, so that's my plan. What else do I have? Anybody have anything about that they want to expand on, questions or anything? That Megan girl does a 7-day coach training and a 7-day Emerald training. And she pulls stuff from the Beachbody Champions page. And then she does it in a messenger thread. And then works them through 7-day Emerald with the goal of getting to Emerald, and then moves them into like a graduated message thread. And that seems to work the best. And that's what I've heard, is that message threads work a lot better than trying to pin people down and put them in a group. So yeah, I'm going to sit down and figure that out tomorrow and figure out how I want to do that. But I really like the idea of doing a message thread. So anybody that has any new coaches will plan on doing a new coach kickoff call tomorrow night, and then maybe collaborate, work through this week in a messenger thread for new coaches. The Plan app. Has anyone used the Plan app? Has anyone used the Plan app for Instagram? It is a, where is it? Hold on, let me get it. It's a way that you can arrange your posts and look at them. You can like schedule your posts. You can like move them around like a little puzzle to like see how they look. Like if you want to like clean up your Instagram feed, and then you can search hashtags and save hashtags and get insights. You can pay for like an upgraded version, or you can just keep what you have, but it allows you to kind of work through your Instagram.
Ashley, is it plan with 2 ends?
Yeah, plan with 2 ends.
I think I have it. I just haven't used it.
Mine is not working right now. Come on. But like for me, so like I was doing like just like a white picture with text like every 6 images, and I could just load posts in there and save them and then go from that plan app and pull them and like copy paste or post them directly to my Instagram. So if that's something that you're like, you know, how do I clean up my Instagram? How do I make my Instagram look more uniform? How do I, you know, then, can you guys hear me okay? Yeah, okay, it's just real choppy. But there's like, it's called Plan. There's like tutorials down here that you can watch. You can go on YouTube and watch them too. And then like, why is it, mine's just frozen right now. I'm gonna have to like re-download it. But then you can like you can create a set of hashtags and save them. So like you can do, you know, hashtags for like fitness, fit mom, life, you know, moms who lift, moms who work out, save all those hashtags and then just put them into your post. So that way you're not having to like rewrite your hashtags all the time, which is helpful. You can search hashtags, manage hashtags and stuff through there also. And yeah, so I'm going to start using that a little bit more. Captivate was another thing that people were talking about as far as like growing your Instagram following. I'm not doing anything else for Instagram. I may next month hire like an Instagram assistant to help with my following, but I'm really like leery about paying for a service because they're cracking down on like third-party accounts that are like, you know, find me 5,000 followers or whatever. They've been cracking down on stuff like that. So I'm going to try doing that and see. But I think having an Instagram assistant, like an actual one person that does it, would be a much better option than paying for like whatever those Instagram follower finder services are. And I think, let me see. There was, I'll have to look it up and I think there was another one that somebody had mentioned, but I don't know what, I don't have the name of it. I'll have to look back and do that. Yeah. Questions? Anything? March Madness Health Bet group is wrapping up. For those of you that I have in our group, I'm going to post this morning after we get off, like repost their instructions on how to like weigh out, submit their results. I've already had a couple people send me results this morning.
That's what I was going to ask you about. That was my only question, is how to go about that. Like what's the procedure, all that stuff. How do we determine the winner, all that?
That Google Doc has their like weigh out instructions in there, like how to submit pics and measurements. They're going to have to do the same thing that they did with the index card and then the word and the scale. Measurements are, if they didn't do measurements, it wasn't a requirement for them to do measurements, but it was a suggestion. I would just, like, if they want to, you know, have a chance to win a total transformation or whatever. And I'm also going to post today about like sharing their testimony. Like, how do you feel after these, you know, this last month? Like, how you know, share that part of it too. Because I think that's really important. And I think if somebody's like, you know, they may not have lost 20 pounds this month, but they may have finally created consistency in their schedule, and they actually may enjoy working out now, or, you know, stop drinking soda or stop smoking, or, you know, anything like that, that like is hugely impactful on their health. So I think kind of looking at it in that regard, you know, that, yeah, this was like a diet bet, fit bet kind of weight loss group. That's if you've, you know, created some kind of consistency and made a huge impact on your health in the last 30 days, that's a huge victory. And then hopefully, you know, encouraging each other and cheering each other on, and then giving them the option of, you know, like, and I'll probably do that tomorrow, like, what's the next step? Nutrition boot camp, if you want to dive more into that, long-term accountability group. But I fully intend on wrapping that group and like archiving it, you know, on Tuesday after we announce winners. And I plan to announce the winners on Monday. So ideally everyone will submit midnight on Sunday night is the kind of the last call. I may even do like 10 a.m. Monday morning, just because I'm going to be home working all day and I'll be able to manage that stuff. But, and then just, you know, we will be announcing our winners. I think, you know, we can kind of collaborate if anybody needs help, like trying to pick a transformation. Like if you guys, I don't know if you guys are doing like a best overall transformation, but I was planning on doing like a $20 gift card, or like, you know, Rachel Hollis's new book, or some kind of a gift or something.
I would do that too, and I'd love help with mine, because
okay,
that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm just doing, I think what we're doing as far as the document goes is percentage of weight loss. So if they, yeah. So then, and I always just give the numbers to Luke. Like, I'm like, here's their before, here's their after, go calculate this. What'd you say, Kelly?
I said I used your document, so I'm doing the exact same thing as you.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to post that here in a little bit, and then, and yeah, hopefully we'll have a ton of people that are like rocking this month. I mean, I think that's awesome. I mean, we had a lot of people commit. We had a lot of people that put money in. So
do you want to know what's crazy? All of my people who committed and put money in have not been posting our logging workouts.
Yeah, neither mine.
I don't know if they're doing anything. I'm like, well, you just lost your money if you didn't do anything.
Yeah, and I checked it. Like, I've been messaging them. The one girl went to Florida this week. The other one doesn't message me back, and I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
I'm a little surprised, and yeah, we haven't had hardly anyone checking in. We've had a few like that are consistent. I had a girl message me her results this morning, and she's been consistent. She's down 5 pounds and a couple inches, and she's like she's like, this is the most that I've ever worked out in a month. So I mean, that's a huge victory. But yeah, like, I'm just a little surprised that out of 30 people, we have like 4 that are like showing up regularly. So I don't know. I think it was a good call to do a health bet group. Obviously, like, February was a crap month, and, you know, trying to get people back into a groove, I think was a good idea. So, so yeah, we'll see what Monday looks like when everybody's submitted their stuff. And I posted like 3 or 4 times in the group about like, this is how much the pot is. This is how much you can win. Like, are you still trucking? Like, keep going. And then, like, I think last week I even said something about like, this is a really good week to like make sure your nutrition is spot on. Like, this is a really good week to like cut out all the sugar and alcohol and like be a lot more diligent with your workouts. And, you know, if you want to double up, double up. So we'll see what happens after I post the thing today. And then I'm just doing nutrition boot camp for April, and I haven't even thought about May yet. But I may do a 21-day fixed group for May before Memorial Day and give people the option to join in with the new workouts. So I may just promote.
What's your plan for your ultimate portion fixed group?
I'm doing an app group. And then I'm going to use the back office posts.
Okay.
Master certification stuff, I'm going to use some of those resources. Like, I started to write up an intro post, so I'm going to create that group after this call. And I know we'll have several admins in there, and I'm going to include that in the welcome email, because they get the email whenever they get the email to join the app. So I'm going to edit that just to say, you know, what did I say? I was so excited. My child fell asleep on the plane last night. I was like, sweet, I've got a 2-hour flight. I can get all of this stuff done to set up for the Ultimate Portion Fix group. I'm going to write out my post, my email, get the group set up, send out the email link because I had Wi-Fi on the plane. And then this idiot sitting next to me wanted to talk to me the whole time. And I was like, please, can you leave me alone? He's like, hey, I have all these drink coupons. And my husband's like, who's this dude trying to buy you drinks on the plane? He was like 65 and was like showing pictures of his new grandbaby.
I got a phone number on my way down to Texas from the guy sitting next to me.
Why? Like, why?
Wrote it out on the like book, you know, like that Sky Air. Yeah. Ripped it off and said, hey, if you're in Houston, let me know. We can go watch a baseball game. Dude, we've been talking about my husband and my kids. Are you crazy? Yeah. No, Carlos. I won't be calling you. At 6 a.m.
Yeah, like, I was like, I'm not trying to like sit here and have drinks and socialize. Like, thanks for the free beverage. I appreciate it. However, I have work to do. So I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but I did start a little intro, and I'm just including in there, you know, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Like, you don't have to have perfect nutrition on day one. Like, don't even take a look at the containers yet. Like, if you've used them before, great, but we're going to understand why we're using them first before we like really, before you have to start, you know, measuring your food with them and getting all intimidated. Amanda, you're going to say something?
I was going to say, because you talked about starting it, like doing a pre-week next week and then starting it, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think about it, and I'm going to Nashville on Wednesday, and my nutrition's not going to be good, especially to be posting in a nutrition group.
Right. So I figure we'll probably split up some of the posts from like the back off, like just schedule some of the posts that are in the challenge group guide. I know it's a 30-day challenge group guide. And I do want to add a lot more content in there than what's just in that guide, because we have a lot more stuff with the Master Coach certification as far as resources go that I think we can share. So there's that initial like Master Coach like questionnaire that they can print out and fill out, and it gives them a deeper dive into like why their nutrition, why they're doing this group, what their nutrition is like, what they need to fix, what they need to improve. And it gives us an idea of their overall nutrition and how to help them a little bit better. So I think that, you know, kind of starting there, and then just taking this week to really ease in and like giving people the option to start watching the videos, but like, you don't have to watch 30 videos in the first week and understand them all. Like, take it slow. Go back and watch it again.
Follow the calendar.
I'm going to include the calendar. I'm not going to make it mandatory that they do. Like, I mean, I guess it just kind of depends on the back office post, because I had every intention of being done with that coach certification before we went on the cruise. And I'm like halfway through, and I have a lot of work to do. So I'm going to just try to get caught up this next week on watching those videos, maybe take some time this weekend, take a couple hours to kind of get caught up. But like, if you were to ask me to take the quiz right now, I would probably fail it. And I don't know how many times we can take it. So I'm not even going to attempt to do that until I'm fully ready. And I'm probably going to go back and watch some of the earlier videos that I started watching the second week of March and have forgotten since the last couple of weeks have happened and drained my brain. I think just getting them in the mindset of better nutrition early on and just getting them familiar, because I have a lot of women who have never used the app before. I have a lot of women who are older, and some who are not internet savvy. So kind of making sure people understand how to access all the stuff. And I did make that make that YouTube video that I'm going to include in that email. I have like a document that's helpful. I'm going to include that in the email, and I'm going to just tell them in the group, like, welcome, reference that email for how to access your videos, how to access the nutrition app, and then just kind of share some things throughout this week. I haven't even looked at the challenge.
Would you mind making an admin?
What?
Would you mind making me an admin on your group? And I mean, I can do so for you on mine as well, but I don't know if I'll have any grandiose that you take from it, but
yeah.
Do you care?
No, that's fine. Okay. And I'd like to share a lot of recipes.
Can we all do that?
What?
Can we all do that? Like be admins on each other's?
Yeah.
Well, Ashley, your group is with Amanda and Caitlin and all them, right?
Yeah.
So can you just add Sarah and me?
Yeah.
And then we can add you to ours.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I have a bunch of people I need to follow up with about that still. And from this last week, yeah, I didn't do anything this week. Nothing. No regrets. I'm not even, no regrets. And what else? Personally, I'm going to work through the cookbook and make some of the recipes. I'm going to blog them. I'm going to make some of the drink recipes and blog them, and then tag like Ultimate Portion Fit stuff in my blog as well. So that, and if you're somebody that wants to do anything like that, obviously, like, you don't have to start a blog, but maybe you do a Google Doc of some of your images and recipes and save that so you have an extra resource for people. And maybe at the end of this group, you use that to your advantage, like to share with people some recipes that you've made or whatever. And I feel like food posts always get really good traction, especially if the image is really crisp and clean. And posting like, who wants the recipe, and then maybe you make a Google Doc of it. And a lot of people usually comment and stuff like that. Or like for me, I draw them back to my blog. I send them a link to my blog. I'd post the recipe on my blog and send them the link there. I was going to try to do a power hour or power half hour. Obviously, I feel like power hours are really hard to, like, if we're not all ready to like sit down and power hour, it's hard to kind of all do a power hour together, power half hour. But I wanted to kind of brainstorm with you guys a little bit about this weekend and like promoting for Ultimate Portion Fix, over the next week, and how to really leverage the traction that we've had and turn that into, new clients and stuff like that. So I'm going to kind of go back to some of my posts over the last few weeks that I've had a lot of traction on, and like comment on those, you know, last call to get in this group. So it pops those back up in newsfeed. I'm going to do I haven't done the like looking for 10 women who want to lose 10 to 15 pounds post yet. I don't know if I'm going to get to that today or this weekend. But I know I'm going to do another nutrition boot camp post, probably today and tomorrow. And then probably Monday, like as it's a kickoff day, and then do like last call this whole week. And I was going to cut it off the end of the month, but I think, you know, might as well see who wants to still join brand new month, because a lot of times people see that number 1 on the calendar and they're like, oh crap, I got to do something this month. So I'll probably allow people to join in through this week and then just have them catch up on their own pace. Obviously not having their stuff is going to suck, but there's nothing that they can't do, you know, like they won't need the containers the first couple weeks unless they go through the videos that fast and start using them right away. The notebook and logbook, they can really start that whenever. I mean, I didn't have my notebook for the first week of watching the videos and it didn't really make a big difference. But yeah, I think just the nutrition post stuff is going to be key. Doing another series of Insta stories, maybe tomorrow morning for nutrition. So that way it's visible all day long until like late Sunday night. Monday morning would probably be ideal. I'm probably going to just redo the stories that I did once before and reuse those. I may change and tweak a couple things, but I'm not going to overwork myself. Checking in with people in the group that haven't enrolled yet, giving them kind of a last call opportunity to join. And I don't know, I may do a giveaway too. I may do like a last hurrah. Anybody that wants to join by this weekend, you'll be entered to, or that has joined will be entered to win something. I don't know. I got nothing. Something.
Thank you so much about the live workouts. I saw you post something that said they were going to be at 9 a.m.
Yeah, I think that's when they're streaming them. They're going to be live, which sucks.
Yeah. Totally.
Because I'm not going to work out. So what I know a lot of people are doing them the day after. So once they're streamed, they're available. And I'm not going to work out at night. I'm over it. I can't do it anymore. So I might start them Tuesday morning. I teach Insanity Tuesday morning. I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't ask me. I don't know.
But will they be live on demand?
They're going to be in the nutrition tab though. They're not going to be on like the workout tab.
Right.
Are they going to be on the what? On the nutrition tab?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read they're going to be on the nutrition tab, like under this program and not under the workout tab.
Will it be under videos, you think?
I don't know.
I saw it somewhere. I'm going back to look.
Yeah, I don't remember where I saw it because they said, because you don't have to have bot to be able to get these workouts.
Let's see. I don't know. I haven't even logged into that nutrition app. Exclusive programs, maybe? I don't know. There's nothing on there yet. So, no idea.
Okay. Well, if any of you guys see anything or hear anything, will you just put it in our group thread?
Yeah.
Yeah. It may be in like the champions page too or something. Yeah. We'll just have to look for it and figure out where all that stuff is. So yeah, I would probably suggest doing a nutrition post earlier in the day today. Going back and commenting, last call on those posts with the containers or the nutrition stuff. I'm going to try to go in and do that too. Add my blog link in there. And then I'm going to do that again tomorrow. Tomorrow, I usually do I think Sunday afternoons are usually pretty good as far as getting traction with stuff like that. So I'm going to do that again. And maybe I'll make a recipe tomorrow from the cookbook or something. The meal plan or meal prep post that I did talking about nutrition boot camp was where most of my traction came from. So
can I steal that?
What?
Can I steal that?
Totally. But you have you have to do your own meal prep. You can't use my meal prep. People will be like, that's not your kitchen. You're like, yeah, I'm meal prepping at Ashley's house this week.
I'm totally kidding. I wouldn't use your picture, but
I'm not. I totally steal that. Her pictures look real good.
I know, right?
I can't stage my kitchen to look that good.
I have to throw everything on the other counter to get it out of the way.
Oh, that's what I do. I just put it in the laundry basket and then drag it into the other room and then bring it back in the kitchen.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, I don't have anything else, ladies. Happy Saturday. Any ideas? Share them below. Anybody have any victories from this last week that you wanted to share?
Kelly?
Yeah.
You're on that hit FC10. Good job.
Yay! Yeah.
That's a victory.
Yeah, I think this month has been the highest income that I've made in a really long time too, which is really nice.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats, lady.
Thanks.
Are you doing anything different or one thing sticking out?
No, I'm just being consistent. I was really not consistent last year. I know that's not helpful because that's what everyone says. But I was really not, I don't know. Last year I was in a funk. And so I was frozen. I felt like I don't know. I didn't know what to post and I was just overwhelmed by I think I did too many trainings and not enough doing. And so I've changed. Tracy.
Sorry, looking up.
Are you saying what the fuck at me or?
No, me. Sorry. I'm multitasking here and not doing it well.
I saw your face what the fuck?
Yeah, I just screwed up again. Sorry, I mute myself so you just imagine the
your face. So I don't know, maybe it sounds bad, but I've steered away from overwhelming myself with trainings and doing all the trainings all the time. In my free time, I don't do that anymore. I can't tell you the last time I listened to one of Melanie's calls on a Monday night or Sunday night or I don't even know when they are, but I usually used to listen to the recording. But that would take up all my free time. And I'm not saying that that's not good content and not worth it, but now in my free time, I literally every day, I'm I just power hour. So, and I just go through the tracker. I've been using the tracker. I know it sounds stupid because that's what
No,
I just figured I'd ask because you never know if maybe you found
I have not missed a week of printing it out and actually doing, and I'm not doing all the things every day, but at least I'm tracking it so I'm consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I just sort of changed, I just got more I guess regimented and more routine with what I was doing.
You always post at the same time of the day, or are you mixing that up? Or?
No, and I don't think my posts are very good. Like, they need work. I don't plan them. That's one area where I think I need more help. But last year I was in this funk of like, I didn't know what to post. I didn't know when to post. I got so overwhelmed with all these rules about posting, you know, like, oh, you need to have this lighting and don't make it too dark and it needs to be bright and make sure you put your mascara on first. And I got to the point where I was like, I can't post anything because I can't meet all of these expectations. Mm-hmm. And so I just like froze. And so this year I just got back to like, I just kind of said, fuck it. And I just do what I want. And so that's been helpful. I don't get a lot of traction on a lot of my posts. Most of the ones that I get traction on are like with my kids or me being pregnant or something like that. I mean, more of like real life stuff than like yesterday I posted about nutrition. Nobody wants anything to do with that. So, I know. So that's it really. I don't know. I write my goals out every day. And I try to use positive affirmations. Every day I'm like, people want to join my team. I hit SC10 every month. Like, and so for 3 months it's been consistent. So hopefully I can keep it up because last year in February I hit SC2 and then March was 4. So far I'm already,
awesome.
You know, yeah. I don't know if that helps any, but I just kind of I just had to block all the noise out and just do the things instead of worrying so much about everything else.
Oh, that helps.
I wish I was better about planning posts though. I can't, I'm like on the fly, you know?
That's what I do. I'm on the fly. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but between work and all the shit that's going on in my work and home, like I can't even find time to plan anything out either. So that's why I was like, maybe she has some kind of special thing she started using or something.
I mean, no.
Hey, figure it out.
Am I muted still? Oh, we need to shout out Tiffany because Tiffany is a new Emerald.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever you are.
I don't know where she went.
I know. I think she walked away. Where'd she go?
Tiffany!
Watch the recording, Tiffany.
I said when she was, oh shit. Hold on. I'm a hot mess over here. I said to her, like, when she was texting me about the girl who wants to sign up, I'm like, you better go check your legs because that's going to make you Emerald. And she was like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah. So that's exciting.
That is very exciting. I don't know where she went. Tiffany, are you pooping? What are you doing? There she is. You're muted.
You're muted.
Sorry.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Yay. Very exciting.
I didn't even have to do anything. She contacted me, so.
That's awesome though.
That's the best
thing.
So.
It's like the no work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I got SC6.
I was going to say, a couple of my points were like that this month. People just contacted me. They were like already my customers and they're like, wait, what is this? I want to know about it. And so I told them, they're like, okay, I'll sign up.
Yeah. Two were previous customers.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else was like, oh yeah, I signed up, by the way. And I was like, oh look, I just made successful. Oh well.
Oh, so Kelly, a little bit about that. We actually talked about that on.
Hey, I gotta run. You guys have a good Saturday.
You too. I'll post the recording.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.
One thing that Melanie had said at our mastermind on Wednesday was like, stop following other coaches and stop comparing yourself to other coaches and stop like, and there were a lot of people in the room that like, were like, how do you do this? And how do you like blah, blah, blah. And she was like, just go do your own thing. Like, stop trying to be like other coaches and stop trying to see, because like those are huge distractions for your own personal like ability to do anything. And I think the first 2 years of me coaching, that's what I did. And that's why I was so like stuck, you know, like I just, like I was trying to, not that I was trying to be something that I wasn't, but like, I didn't really know who to be, because I was like watching all these other coaches do these things. And I was like, oh, I want to do that. Oh, I want to do that.
You're trying to do what brings you success. It's not that you're trying to be someone else. It's just, oh, that person's successful, I need to do that too.
Right. And it comes down to like exactly what you were saying. It comes down to like doing your tracker, like doing your daily activities, like, and that's what's going to bring you success. And the rest kind of falls into place along the way, you know, like you just, like sometimes it's like, it almost seems a little redundant. Like, I feel like I, you know, I'm posting and, you know, I'm not getting anything. And that's okay. Like that happens. Like there's posts that I do that I'm like, oh, this is going to be a great post. And then like I get 4 likes and I'm like, that totally bombed, you know, and that's okay. If one person was like touched by it, great, I did my job. If nobody was, well, oh well, you know, and if 50 people were, great, you know, and like, and we have to not look at it as like the number of, you know, followers and the number of comments and the number of, you know, things like that. Like because it's one person, you know, if one person is like, I need this, if one person is like, you know, this is, I need to make a change. I love what you're doing. You're inspiring me, you know, and those private messages that come out of nowhere sometimes come at the most wonderful time, because it's like, you know, or somebody will comment like, I love seeing your post. Thanks for the inspiration. And you're like, who are you? I didn't even know you were following me, you know, like little things like that. Or, you know, it just, we do it to build a successful business, but we can't build a successful business if we're not being true to ourselves and being true to the people that we're helping. So, I think it definitely takes some soul searching sometimes to kind of grow past a plateau. But I think that whole like not giving a shit of what anybody else thinks plays a huge role. And like, I mean, you know, that me on vacation 3 years ago was like, I haven't posted anything today. Oh my gosh, my posts aren't going through. My internet's not working, you know? And like this time was like extremely freeing, knowing like, I have like 4 or 5 posts that I'd like to do this week. Hopefully I can snap a few pics and use them. And it was just the right amount. And it took 5 to 10 minutes of, you know, thinking, since I already had an idea what I wanted to talk about. And I think that's what's so important in like, you know, early in the week, setting aside like 20 minutes to say, what are some things that are on my heart that I want to share this week, you know, or what are some things that
I wish I could be better at that. I've tried and tried, and I'll sit down and I'll just draw a blank. I'm like, I have nothing. I got
like this is beautifully done. This is all of my posts for the week of 3/18. Did I do all of these posts? Maybe 50%. But I could come back to this.
Come up with the ideas now.
Because I do the same thing every week. Because I do like a Taco Tuesday. Because I do like a mom life. I do a nutrition post. I do a team something post. I do like an insanity class post. Something with a coffee mug. Like, I mean, like I just, you know, things like that. And if I get an idea, like I get out of the shower and I voice note a bunch of the stuff, because I feel like that's where I come up with a lot of really good ideas, in the shower, you know, and I get out and I'm like, okay, and maybe at 10 o'clock at night when I'm putting the kids to bed, I'll write a post to use the following day. But I'm not stressing myself to get that. What'd you say?
I said I would love to get better at that. That's definitely something that I feel like I need improvement on. I don't know how to get there like mentally to where I'm like, have all these good ideas, because I feel like my ideas are just what's happening in my life for that day.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to post about.
And I think like looking through, and again, like not, to do the comparison game, but like looking through like posts of, coaches that are having good success, like they're not posting 3 to 4 times a day on Facebook. They're not posting 3 times a day on Instagram. It's like one post and then directing people to their stories, or like 2 posts. And I think that's okay. I think, and those of us that came in a few years ago, like it was so ingrained in our heads that we had to post 3 to 5 times a day on social media that like a lot of people got burnout, and like, I think less is more, especially, quality over quantity, and if I only get 1 post in a day and it's a call to action and it, is something from the heart, great. I go back to my memories a lot, and I pull posts from several years ago and I copy those texts and I put it into my notes and then I edit it and I change it up a little bit. Or I use, like, one just came up the other day. What was it? It was like strong words for raising a strong daughter. And it was like a list of like 15 things. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So I'm probably going to use that this week with a picture from me and my kids on the cruise. And, not for any other reason and it had a bunch of shares when I used it a year or 2 ago. So I'm like, well, maybe that will garner me some traction on my like page or something. So,
I don't know. I feel really good at like being thoughtful. I'm all like frazzled and in the moment. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I don't you know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's normal.
But maybe it's just because you've been doing it longer. So you have these like more habitual patterns, which hopefully I'll get to.
Yeah, I would like, I mean, obviously I try to post at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. But I don't let it stress me out if I don't. And like, sometimes it is just like a hot mess mom, trying to do my best kind of thing. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for getting on, ladies. I'll post the recording here in a little bit. I'm going to post we have no food. Luke just came down and he's like, I don't know what to feed the kids. I'm like, cereal? He's like, we're out. I'm like, toast? He's like, we have like 1 piece of bread. I'm like, well, shit. So I don't know what we're going to do.
Surely there's like a Pop-Tart or something laying around, right? That they can split through.
Granola bars? Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do. Oh my gosh. I need to go to the grocery store, and I'm going to a movie with my mom at 10:50, and I need to shower and do something productive. Maybe I'll just throw a hat on, whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, ladies. Happy weekend. Have a good day.
All right, you too. Ashley.
Bye.